subway card carrying members of the PDP. Party agents who complained about this were rebuffed and in some cases harassed. And this accounted for why the state coalition agent of the party at the state level walked out of the coalition center. At first, INEC headquarters delayed taking the decision about getting our candidate's name back on the candidates list. And even when it finally did, the decision only got communicated to Calabar in the afternoon of the election day. The state INEC rec, Dr. Franklin Briai, called our governorship candidate, Senator John Owaneno, at about 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 9th, the election day, to congratulate him that he had just received the list containing his name. The implication of the above was huge. Majority of voters who even turned out to vote were unsure of his candidacy and the candidacy of even our State House of Assembly candidates. Several lost interest. Party agents were sent home on the false premise that Senator Owaneno and House of Assembly candidates were not on the ballot. The election, which was meant to be by card readers, was massively manipulated as INEC resorted to use discretion to exploit the law in favor of the PDP. Please let me just let me bring to the notice of the media that when the voters register was revised, Obudu local government area, the home local government area of Ben Ayade, experienced a miracle. Against even the national average, that local government area recorded more than 100% increment in the number of new voters. I think it rose from about 54,000 to about 128,000 votes. Only votes from supposed APC strongholds or voters were subjected to card readers. Otherwise, why would votes from Obudu? And if you juxtapose the election results of 2015, when he first contested, when there was excitement that for the first time in the political history of Cross River State, a northern candidate had emerged from the PDP, and there was excitement in Obudu. If you juxtapose that result and the result that we have gotten from this election, you will find the miracle. Besides the avalanche of impunity wrought on the exercise by security forces made up of the police, the army, etc., etc., the whole exercise was characterized by massive thumb printing, which began on Friday, March 8th, in the governor's office and his house in Calabar. On election day, our leaders were roundly quarantined in their respective homes. For instance, the House of Reps member-elect for Abi Yakov Federal Constituency, Dr. Alex Egbona, had his house searched by soldiers mobilized by Ayade. The running mate of our governorship candidate, Ntufam Ekpo Okonu, had his car searched and he was also detained, while our director of campaign organization, Samori Zefiwad, had to storm out of the collation center in protest against the manipulation of figures by the PDP-prone INEC. Senator Basio too, the Cross River State Southern senatorial candidate, was quarantined, just as the state secretary of the party, Bishop Victor Ebong, was sufficiently harassed by security operatives. Let me, at this point out to the media that where the mistake was made and PDP members were apprehended for either disrupting the processes of the election or found and even caught thumb printing, even those who were caught with arms, they were immediately allowed to go home. And these instances include that the state commissioner for water resources, Ntufam Oji, who was caught with firearms, was allowed to go. Another one that was arrested was one Etemefiong, and another lady, Angelina Ifako Okon, a copper who were caught thumb printing for the PDP, were allowed to go. Another member of the PDP, in the person of Honorable Christopher Ekpo, was caught in Calabar municipality thumb printing for the PDP, and he was immediately allowed to leave by the police. Suffice to say that there was massive rigging, thumb printing, intimidation of voters, vote buying with the aid of INEC and security agents. We are unfortunate to tell you, our brothers and sisters, that we lost members of our party in this exercise. Our members were killed in several locations across the state. One was killed in Etung local government area. Another was killed in Ogoja local government area. We lost yet another woman in Yala local government area. And there are many of our supporters who now lie critically ill, wounded, and maimed in various hospitals in Cross River State. In fact, there was no election in Cross River State. And voting was inclusive in most polling units across the length and breadth of the state. But results were entered in favor of the PDP. And I will stop here and bring an instance to bear. In Obubra Itung Federal Constituency, our candidate was said to have lost with votes in the region of about 300 and something votes. And yet, the entire Etung local government area, one of the two local government areas with about 50 39,000 votes. 39,000 votes was cancelled. The local government area was cancelled. And yet, we all are aware that the INEC has given us notice of inconclusive elections across Nigeria, based on the fact that where elections are cancelled, if the number of votes are superior to the differentials between the winner and the loser, that the elections are declared inconclusive. But here you are, election was cancelled in one local government area with about 39,000 votes, and yet a candidate of PDP was declared as a winner with only about 300 and something votes. It was a calculated charade. The bottom line is that our candidates were excluded from the elections as their names were not on the ballot in the first place. In the governorship and National Assembly elections, several of the results declared by the returning officers were ordinarily supposed to be results of inconclusive elections. Yet, these didn't matter to a highly biased and compromised electoral umpire. Based on the general atmosphere of exclusion of our candidates, intimidation, manipulation, and hijacking of materials, we hereby reject the results declared by INEC and call for the cancellation of elections in Cross River State in its entirety. Gentlemen, democracy was under attack in Cross River State, as the inalienable right of the people to vote and be voted for was gravely violated. The All Progressives Congress in Cross River State lost to INEC, not Governor Ben Ayade. The democratic credentials of Nigeria was rubbished by Governor Ayade in connivance with the state INEC, which had long been compromised. Thank you, gentlemen of the press.